What's going on, Reject Nation? Greg and Olivia with you today. We watched Mulan a couple of days ago. The best review I've seen from Mulan has got to come from Double Toasted. They perfectly summed up the feelings we had for that movie. One thing for sure that we binge watch all the time is Ryan George's pitch meetings. We're gonna watch the live action Mulan one right now, and then we'll talk a little bit about whatever he riffs on, and maybe we'll add some of our own little takes. Ooh. Let's do this.
So, you have an original movie for me?
Oh, no, actually,
I'm just kidding. So you have a live action or incredibly lifelike CGI remake of an animated classic from the 90s that did really well for us so we could cash in on nostalgia for me? Oh, you got me, sir. I was thinking we could do Mulan. Amazing. Now, we've been getting a lot of criticism that our remakes are just straight up remakes, so we're gonna mix things up at least a little bit here. You know it, sir. I was thinking we could take the animated movie and remove all the, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Different, but just take all the joy out of it. See how that's very cool. So no more Mushu the talking dragon, I guess. Yeah, no, we're gonna want this to be a whole lot more realistic. So no more talking animals, no more breaking out into song. Nice. Just grounded, realistic stuff, like people that defy gravity and a witch that turns into a bird. What? Yeah, and she has bird talons when she's in human form, and she can turn into people and 1,000 bats. And there's a CGI phoenix that shows up from time to time. Kind of a lot of wacky, fantastical elements there. Yeah, but all the characters are gonna be somber, so it's mature. I guess that makes sense. So tell me about Mulan.
Just what we wanted.
At the beginning of the movie, we're gonna see her as a child, and she's basically superhuman. Oh, she is? Yeah, she has the ability to channel her chi, so she's borderline magic. She's had these powers since she was born? She sure has, sir. So she's straight up, she's Anakin, She's Rey, she's Neo, she's frickin' Maybelline. Oh, being born with it is tight. Yeah. So in this version, she's not gonna grow into a warrior through cunning and hard work and perseverance. No, sir, she's just the chosen one. And what message do you think that's gonna be sending to kids? I don't know, sir, but what I do know is that this is a superhero movie now. Oh, those make us money, so please keep going. So anyway, when she grows up, she has to hide all her special Jedi powers because of tradition. Oh, bummer. But then these bad guys, they're taking over China, so that's not good. And who are these bad guys? Well, there's this bad guy, Bori Khan, who wants to kill the Emperor because he killed his father. And then there's that witch lady who just wants to fit in. Oh, she does? She's incredibly powerful and can probably take on China by herself.
Yes.
But Bori Khan is like, when I'm in charge, you'll fit in. So she's like, okay, cool. So he's nice
She
to
just
her,
wants
not
to fit in?
particularly. No, he's actually pretty mean with her. Compares her to a dog. Oh, very disrespectful. And let me tell you, these bad guys, they have a flair for the dramatic. Like, they line up in straight lines before battle for the most dramatic entrances possible. Very sassy. Yeah, and they spend a ton of time on their makeup. They're basically violent theater students. Anyway, so the Emperor wants a man from every household to go fight the bad guys, but Mulan's dad, he's old and injured, so he's probably gonna die. That's not good. And so Mulan is gonna secretly go in his place and pretend to be his son. Are we gonna have like a super intense and emotional montage like in the animated version where she puts on her father's armor? Not really, no. She's just gonna kind of go. Oh, okay. So then she's gonna go into training and meet some other soldiers. Are they gonna have fun personalities like in the animation? No, because that would be fun. Right, my bad. And so this commander guy, he's really pushing everybody in training, because if they don't live up to his expectations, they get sent home. So wouldn't Mulan's father just have been sent home if he had gone? Oh my god. Anyway, so what else?
I didn't even think about that.
She's a Jedi and a woman, right? Right. And the commander, he makes them do this test where they have to walk up a mountain with buckets of water. Oh, and does she figure out like a smart way to do that, like the pole thing in the animated movie? No, at a certain point she just does it because she doesn't want to hide her superpowers anymore. So just straight up brute strength because of the powers she was born with? Yeah. I guess that's character growth. It might be. So anyway, later they end up in the dark. Very exciting. And somehow Mulan ends up lost. What? Yeah, like she chases some people and then she's lost somehow. Anyway, then she encounters the witch. Oh, and how does that go? Well, the witch is like, you need to stop lying about being a woman. And then Mulan is very inspired, so she heads back into battle with flowy hair and no armor. Yeah, she should probably wear some armor, though. Yeah, well, she's not gonna, because she learned the art of the dramatic entrance now. Then she's gonna see that the bad guys are like launching explosives at the good guys. Oh no, those blow up. Yeah, so before they can fire another shot, she gets on a horse, she picks up a bunch of helmets, she travels across across the battlefield behind enemy lines up the mountain, then sets up the helmet so they think there's more than one soldier there. But how long does it take them to reload? Oh yeah, that's kind of a lot of stuff, huh? Maybe she teleports because of her cheek. Oh yeah, okay, sure. Anyway, so then she tricks them into causing an avalanche and then gets kicked out of the army for being a woman. Oh dang it. And then the witch tells Mulan that there's another attack that's gonna happen. So Mulan goes back and tells the army, and they're like, okay, you lead the men now.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
Later, the witch is gonna tell Mulan that the emperor's been taken and he's gonna be killed. Okay, so is the witch just verbally leading Mulan to every single plot point in this thing? She is, yeah. Oh, a very guidey witch. Yeah, and then Bori Khan shoots an arrow at Mulan, and the witch sacrifices herself in bird form. Oh, sounds like maybe she should have turned herself into 1,000 bats on that one. Maybe. What an emotional moment with the witch as she's dying. Why doesn't the bad guy, like, you know, shoot another arrow? Because there's an emotional scene happening. Oh, that's super considerate. And then Mulan's gonna go head-to-head with Bori Khan to save the Emperor. Oh man, it's gonna be tough to beat a badass like him.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
Inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, because she's pretty much been a superhero this whole time. She uses her superpowers to make him fall off a thing, and then she jumps in the air and kicks an arrow into his heart. Oh my god. And then everybody's super happy for her because she's embodied all the Jedi by kicking a sharpened projectile into a man's chest. Very nice. And so, yeah, that's about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. No, it doesn't sound fun. Not gonna be super fun, no. But, you know, it sounds like it could have cool visuals. Oh, definitely. This thing was made for the big screen.
Oh. Ooh. Thank God we didn't spend that $30.
Thanks for watching that pitch meeting. Hope you liked it. Don't know why I said that all on the same note. If you did like the video, please share and like. That helps out a lot. And let me know in the comment section what movies you want to see pitches for. As always, check back soon for a new one. See you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love how he does his more sincere voice there.
Bye.
His more sincere voice.
We check every weekend for a new picture.
Yeah, and it pisses me off. That's when
Every weekend.
whenever we're like, I see comments on other people's channels of, where's your new video or something. Commentators get mad, and I'm like, guys, give them a break. They're hard at work. We only get that way about one YouTuber. And that's Ryan George's pitch meetings. I'm like, what the hell hasn't he put up a video? It's been 1 week. If he's ever a little bit late.
Yeah.
Oh, we rain hell. In the car.
In the car
usually,
when we're arguing while we're getting our food.
While we're usually, at a drive-through trying to get our Taco Bell, and it's past the time at that obnoxiously long line while watching a pitch meeting.
You know what really made this line go faster? A pitch meeting.
Yeah.
You ruined it, Ryan George.
Oh man, yeah, this movie was a real letdown.
Yeah.
I mean, he knocked on pretty much every single point that we could have possibly remarked upon. Yeah,
I think we said those things out loud to each other when we were watching the movie.
Pretty much. I heard some like not so great things about the movie, but the first 20, 30 minutes or so, I was like, hey, let's just give it a chance. Let's give it a chance.
The second she started kicking and dancing and spinning the thingy-mabobber and showing her powers, you were like, oh, so she already has powers?
Yeah. I was like, oh, what?
You're like, as a kid, I was, yeah.
It completely strips away the impact of Mulan's journey.
Yeah.
It strips away all stakes. We thought, personally, that the editing and the pacing was very off, that it was just kind of like watching an outline take place. There was a lot of the dramatic beats were not hitting, but we watched this online, a small group of people.
Yeah.
Admittedly, we were like the only two who seemed to really not like this movie.
Granted, though, the other ones are huge Disney fans, so...
Yeah, it's kind of
They're
like Disney can
big
do no
Disney
wrong.
fans. Yeah.
It was a kind of a confusing movie to me that I don't really hear too many people talking about on in this particular element. It seemed to have this approach where it wanted to talk a little bit more about being a woman and have some more feminist commentary, which is fine. The idea to do that, okay. That, like, it's not the idea that bothers me, it's really the execution of it. Especially, you know, call it chi or call it superpowers. It's pretty much superpowers in this movie. By giving her powers right up front at the very beginning of this film, and her never really having to train or learn, all those sequences are just like kind of blah or whatever.
Her chi even. She just knows
She's just
how
a
to
master.
use it.
And it was so, it felt like kind of sudden when she just takes off her armor and goes into battle.
Look at my long, flowy, beautiful hair as I'm riding a horse. And I'm like, you're going into battlefield. You need that armor. What are you doing?
It actually weakens the female empowerment impact when she already has her powers and she didn't do anything to earn that. Like what Ryan George brings up here about going up on the pole and having to retrieve that arrow. They have a sequence there where a guy is, you know, gearing them up. saying like, we're gonna make you all men, you're gonna become men. So they essentially do the sequence from the Disney movie, I'll make a man out of you song, but they just don't have the musical number there. But it's essentially, that's the beat of the movie.
But it's not fun.
It's not fun.
You don't care about the characters.
And there's no impact. What's the point of the training if she already has powers? She's already hyper skilled. Because in the Disney movie, it's like, oh, she's being told to go home, and then she starts going up the pole. She's earning it, and she doesn't earn anything in this movie. So it actually weakens the female empowerment part.
This movie relies heavily on your nostalgia for the first film.
It's strange because it tries to become like a more grounded, very self-serious version. I know like Mulan is like the Disney movie. It was not technically the first thing to do Mulan, and Mulan is based on a real person, blah, blah, blah. Let's face reality here. This movie is an adaptation of the Disney one. And I appreciate that they at least tried doing something different. It looks beautiful. It's shot beautiful.
Sloppily edited in some parts.
It's sloppily edited. The action is underwhelming, jarring in so many ways. The way the plot maneuvers is kind of just weird. A lot of it was very strange, and it is like a very somber tone. And it seemed to lack personality for a film that had so much color on screen.
I feel like they had beats they had to hit, and they were like, okay, we did it, let's go, yay. There's no character build-up. You don't care about any of the characters in the film, and that's the big bummer, because I feel like, wasn't the animated version shorter?
The animated version was shorter, yet this movie pretty much has the same outline.
Yeah, and you care about the characters in the animated film, you don't care about them here.
Yeah, it was kind of just a really strange experience. So I appreciate this. I feel like Double Toasted has the best review on it, and this is some of the funniest commentary I've heard on it from Ryan George. He knocks it out of the park. This is like a perfect summation of so much that's wrong with the film. And I know a lot of times he'll make fun of movies that are actually great, and he's pointing out stuff we haven't heard before, but this is like really good criticism, especially when it validates our feelings on the matter. All right, guys. Well, Mulan, did you see it? Did you love it? Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Subscribe to the Screen Rant for more pitch meetings. Last but not least, I'm gonna shout out my homeboy JT, because per tradition, if I'm talking about something that has to do with Asian people, I'm gonna shout out the one Asian patronage act at our Patreon page, JT. Keep up the Asian, buddy. Keep being Asian. Never stop with the Asian persuasion. Asian. I'm half Asian, so I feel like I got leeway to make this joke.
Okay.
It's not a joke. Don't remove the Asian. It's a dangerous procedure. Lord knows I've tried.
Don't remove the Asian. Lord Jesus, help you.
JT, love talking with you, buddy. Hope you're enjoying Deep Blue Sea 3, because that's apparently what you've been wanting to watch lately.
Okay.
See you, dude.